dark night of danger shrouds Desmond Hall. Beyond the mansion, the fields that lie beneath a moonless sky stop at the cliffs above the river. Here, the master of Desmond Hall searches for a missing house guest. On such a night, one could take one step forward into darkness and plunge to his death. But there is another darkness that threatens Desmond Hall. A witch woman leads the innocent Emily to the edge of destruction.
It is time to enter the abyss. Time for vows which will unite you to the Prince of Darkness. Step forward to his altar. Power of darkness, give ear to your servant. Grant me this strength to enlist this girl in the circle of fire. She knows your will and will follow without question.
It is understood. It is agreed.
O Prince of Darkness, grant me this vassal. Oh, hear me. She stands before you as your promised bride. With this ring, she plights her troth. Receive it as a sign of your union with him.
I do receive it.
He has answered. Make the promise of your services.
O Master, controller of my fate from this day forth, I promise complete obedience. Grant me vengeance on him who took me to his heart and then betrayed me. Give me the power to extinguish life and death from him and the woman he loves. I promise, in return for the death of Jean-Paul Desmond. It is done.
No. There is a disturbance. I feel it. A power at Desmond Hall. A power which was not there before. Oh, all-seeing eye. Oh, you who see the hidden wickedness of man. Reveal to me the image of my enemy. It can't be. The ceremonies must end. Philip Desmond has returned from the dead.
Who is it? Who's there?
It's me, Mother.
Court.
Your son. Who else would call you Mother?
Did you find him?
Not a sign of him.
Jean-Paul's still searching. He hasn't come back yet. I've made some coffee. It will warm you, and then you can go out again.
I don't think I will go out again.
Philip must be found.
Must he?
Drink this. It'll warm you.
I'm quite warm and very well and quite content, really.
Court. The man may be dead.
Well, then there's no use searching for him, is there?
Sometimes I look at you, and I hear you speak, and I'm frightened, Court. What are you?
Your son, Mother. I'm going to bed.
Court.
This man who called himself Philip Desmond isn't Philip. He doesn't belong here. And if he's going to be foolish enough to wander around in a strange land in the darkness and make the wrong step, it isn't my fault.
Court. And if he dies?
He dies, Mother.
Good evening, Ada.
Yes?
Late, I know, but I couldn't resist stopping by to see Jean-Paul. If you'll announce me.
Jean-Paul isn't in.
Well, then, his visitor. You do have a visitor.
There's no one home. I'm quite alone. Irene, I'd suggest you drop by another time.
Ah, Mrs. Hatter, what a pleasant surprise at this time of night.
You're not alone anymore, dear Ada. It's never too late to call on friends. I do hope I'm welcome.
I don't know how it happened. Or what I am. I'm a servant. Yes, of the serpent god. No. No, that was before. The serpent wrapped his mystic coils around me, and I looked into his fiery eyes, and I didn't have any choice, did I? But I didn't want any of this. Any of this. I am myself, but I'm not myself. And I'm controlled by something that I can't see or touch. Oh, if only I could be the way I was when I came to Desmond Hall. If only I could be.
You're lonely, Emily. Alone. You must sleep, Emily, dear. I will return to you soon. You must forget. You must sleep. Sleep.
I am your servant.
Yes, Emily. Now sleep. Sleep.
I am obedient to your wishes. But why? Why?
Quito. Quito. Mrs. Hatter is in the drawing room. I'm going to make some supper for her, and I want you to stay with her. You don't want to see the woman. Well, neither do I. She's trying to rule my house and control my husband, and I don't want her roaming the house, Quito. Stay with her. She can't harm you. Watch her. Quito? Jean-Paul would want you to do as I say. Go along. Quito, I'm not a woman who gives commands. I'm not... But I ask you, please, don't let that woman bring dissension to this house.
Quito, how nice. You mustn't be afraid of me. I never meant to hurt you. It was you who did me harm. You disobeyed my orders. You took Agatha Pruitt from my house. And look what happened to the girl. Her body was discovered in the river. Was that your work, Quito? If only you would trust me. No? Well, whatever you think about me, you are not to behave in this way. You will smile and bow Because whatever you think you know about me, or about the Coven of Witches, or about our plans, you can't speak. Do you know what I could tell your master about you? Be sensible, Quito, and grovel. And I shall treat you well. Come in.
Well, a surprise. What a charming couple to find at this time of night.
Do join us.
Thank you, no, I just came down for a book. They found him?
The man on the cliffs? I don't think so.
Oh, sad.
Oh, I take it you're not too fond of this, Philip Desmond.
Because he isn't Philip Desmond.
Then I don't blame you, Court, for being hostile.
Hostile? Yes, I suppose I am.
I could help you, Court.
You've never helped me before.
You've never allowed me to.
Quito, you may go. I'm a Desmond and you're a servant of the Desmonds. Obey me. Well,
You thought you didn't need help. That you were in complete control. Isn't that so? Well, Court, what bothers you?
bother me? Nothing. But bore me. They all bore me. This impostor who pretends he's Philip Desmond, and Holly, a girl who doesn't even know how to make up her own mind.
Oh, Holly, is it?
And Jean-Paul, who doesn't care what happens to anyone.
You want Holly?
It's not what I said.
But she's lovely, and I agree with you. She should be yours if you love her. I can help you, Court. And if you would help me, Philip and Jean-Paul will never bore you again. I promise.
Then I'll cooperate. Which?
What did you call me?
What you are. A witch. I know that. I've known that for a long time.
Oh? How?
Philip told me, just before he disappeared. I also know where Philip Desmond is, the real Philip Desmond, and why he disappeared.
You know nothing of the kind.
Oh, but I do. I just said I never said anything about the coven. Frankly, it bored me. It bored Philip too, didn't it? Poor Philip. He should have never joined.
And what else? What else did Philip tell you?
No names. No, he never identified any of the members of the coven. Only you. Because he said you were amusing. He liked to dabble in your witchcraft. He studied it in these books. A pastime, a hobby. Dear Cousin Philip. But then he realized you were taking it seriously. So he decided that he was going to drop the whole thing and go to Europe. And then you took care of him.
We did not kill Philip.
But he died, didn't he?
I don't know. I never went there. I don't know what happened to him in the caves.
I went there. Philip called me, using witchcraft. I tried to save him, Irene. Can you fancy that? All his money and all his inheritance would come down to me. And I tried to save him. But he was lost in the caves. I never told anyone. Well, who would believe me, and what does it really matter? Another Desmond gone to his doom mysteriously. Oh, but I hated you, Irene.
Without reason, Court. Believe me. It was never my idea to spirit Philip away. And when I agreed, I never thought he'd die. Believe me.
Well, what does it matter whether I believe you or not? What does matter is, do you have the power to get me what I want?
Yes. Yes, I do.
I want Holly. I want Holly to love me.
I see. Love.
Can you Witches do good as well as evil. Can you create love? I shouldn't do this. I can't trust you.
Court. My dear Court. Holly will be yours.
Ah, Ada. Nothing at all. No sign of the young man or Jean-Paul.
Oh?
Well, perhaps they've taken shelter somewhere near the caves till the fog lifts. In any case, there's nothing more I can do. Ah, what a delicious midnight snack for the weary traveler. Come along, we'll share it by the fire.
Mrs. Hatter is waiting.
Mrs. Hatter is leaving. I'm sorry, my dear Ada, but it's much too late for me. Court will show me home.
Yes, of course.
Oh, no, let me escort you, Irene.
Oh, Laszlo, really, I'd
You
rather...
don't mind, my dear. This is a very foggy and windy night, Irene. You need a man to protect you.
Court, you will come to see me soon.
Yes.
Good night. Good night, Ada. You've given me a much more pleasant evening than you know.
Court, what happened between you and Irene?
Mrs. Hatter wanted a friend and some company.
Well, I do not enjoy her company. You must avoid her. She's trying to ruin my family.
Well, I wouldn't worry about it, Mother. Your family was ruined a long time ago.
Court?
I want Holly. I want Holly. Can you create love?
I can tell, Irene. You're keeping something from me.
It doesn't concern you at the moment.
Tell me.
When the time comes, go to your home, dear Laszlo. Go to your dear wife and to your dear stepson.
Irene.
Good night, Mr. Thaxton. Emily? Still awake?
Yes.
And depressed, I can see. Well, be of good cheer, my child. The coven of witches will soon be completed, and the circle of fire will blaze once more, and all of our wishes will be answered. All of them.